This is the part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, about what's going on in my life, what's happening in my life, what I'm doing. This is where I give you updates on everything I did in between the time frame where I pressed the stop streaming button and the start streaming button. I finally finished Heat. It took me like 8 days, which was great. And then I watched Inside Man. I'm watching like a bunch of early 2000 and like 90s movies right now, like crime movies, which is pretty good. Inside Man is great. Heat was great too, obviously classic. It's pretty sick. The reason why I'm doing this is because, and I'm not watching One Piece for that reason, obviously, because I'm watching all this other shit, because my mom is here, right? And when I am spending time with her at night, I have to figure something out that like we can watch together, and we can't actually, we can't sit there and watch One Piece because she doesn't appreciate pirates like that. You know what I mean? Doesn't have that pirate dog in her. And she understandably, as like a 60-year-old woman, is like, what the fuck is this anime shit? So, that's how it works. So I can't be watching anime with my mom. So we figure this is a good, movies from her era are a good, comfortable middle ground for both of us. You know what I mean? Because I'm an extreme centrist in that regard. Oh my God, you're on time? Man, I'm always on time. I've been extra on time this week. This is the Parasocialist Hour. Okay? This is where I tell you about what's going on in my life. So I'll admit, I've talked a big game about Kaya. I've talked a big game about how smart she is. I've talked about how, how intelligent she is. She's not just a regular old dog. She has her dog PhD, that sort of thing. And I'm wrong. I'm so fucking wrong, dude. I was so goddamn wrong. Bro, last night, we're hanging out, whatever. She never pees inside the house. She never poops inside the house. It's awesome, right? And I'm feeling great. And then there is a feeling of safety that starts taking over, where you're like this false notion of safety that like, oh, maybe she is a good girl. Maybe she's a different dog now. Maybe she learned, like, you know what I mean? She's like about to hit she's about to hit month 3. She's about to complete her 3rd month of being alive. And it's like a lie, okay? It is just a total fucking lie. I take her out, as always, before I crate her at night. I take her out and try to get her to pee. She doesn't. And she had peed before, so I was like, all right, she's not gonna pee. Put her in the crate, go to sleep. Randomly wake up at like 1 a.m. in the middle of the night, as I often do now, because it's a part of who I am, okay? I wake up at 1 a.m. thinking, it's fine. She doesn't need to pee at all. And I start hearing drip, drip, drip. I start hearing water noises. And let me tell you, I'm not near a goddamn stream. You know what I mean? It's not raining outside. Oh no, that's right. Kaya fucking got up when I got up just to piss in her fucking crate. Yeah, Aldous Designer got me drip, drip is what she said. And just straight pissed in her fucking crate, dude. Absolutely ruining the streak, the hot streak that she was on. I take her outside. Now it's 1 a.m. and I have to fucking sit there and like clean her fucking crate with like anti-piss spray. I have to clean her goddamn crate. She's outside in the balcony. I leave her out there for timeout because when you punish a dog, you have to do it immediately. Right? Because if she, luckily, if she had pissed and I was sleeping, I was fucked. I wouldn't be able to punish her. So I immediately take her outside, put her in the fucking, balcony. And it's actually great. You don't punish a dog for pissing law. What? Yes, you are. What are you talking? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Yes, a dog should know that they are not supposed to be pissing in their fucking crate or inside of the house. Shut up. That doesn't mean you like beat the shit out of them, but it just means like, they should know when they're doing something wrong. God damn, dude. Chatters are so fucking insane. Like, chatters are so soy. They're like, you're not supposed to do that. Anyway, so I take her outside and like, the thing is, the balcony is actually great for her. Like, she could literally sleep out there if she wants to because it's cold, right? And this is a fucking mountain dog and she wants the cold anyway. So I've actually legitimately contemplated on like trying to figure out if I should like, let her out, like let her free roam at night or whatever. when she gets old enough, or not do that. Crate is too big if they're going to the bathroom in it. No, the crate is, you're right about that. I actually did make the crate size a little bit larger so she's more comfortable, okay? But this dog does not give a shit, okay? This dog does not give a shit. She will piss and then lay in her piss. So I put her in the balcony and I go back to sleep. I'm like, you know what? I clean up, I go back to sleep. I'm like, you know, sleep out there, have fun. Because the balcony is not like a fun environment. It's like confined. It's perfect. It's like large. She has her pee pad on there, like not her pee pad, but like she has the turf on there on the balcony so she can go pee and shit wherever she wants to. And also it's cold, right? But of course she hates it. She fucking hates that shit because she's not next to me. So like then she starts crying and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let her in. I'm not gonna let her in. I'm not gonna let her in. I can't cave to her crying, right? But she just kept crying for like an hour. So then I put her in a different balcony in the house, far away. And then she cried a little bit there too. But actually that one was a major success. She stopped crying after a while. So then when she stopped crying, I brought her back in. This is what I was doing from like 1 to 3 a.m. Bro got multiple balconies. I don't know if you know this, but like I have a house. So yes, I do have multiple balconies. Yeah, I got a fucking estate, dog. You know how it is. Socialism when no balcony. Extra socialism when extra balcony. Dogs need positive reinforcement. They don't work on punishment systems. Man, I know, dude. I know that. But there are certain things you have to do with dogs. Okay, first of all, yeah, they need to know the meaning of no. They need to know the meaning of enough. These are weapons in your arsenal when you're training a dog. For example, a lot of dogs get really riled up when they're playing, especially when they're puppies. If they're getting really bitey, if they're getting really nippy and you can't control them, okay, one thing you have to do is put them in timeout. Like you have to put them in a confined space that's safe, that they can't like chew, but that's far away for like 5 minutes. Like if you don't do that, they're never gonna fucking learn. You know what I mean? It's not just about like redirection, because I do that. It's not just about positive reinforcement, which I do. You also have to do sometimes like actual enforcement. It's the same with kids. Yeah. Waiting till she's quiet to let her in is positive reinforcement. Thank you. Exactly. That's what you do. If she's crying, you don't respond, because you don't want to train them to think, oh, every time I bark, he's going to come and pay attention to me. So when I'm bored and I want to be let out of the crate for no reason because I want fun time, I'm just going to bark. That's why I always try to differentiate between, is this a piss bark? Is this a shit bark? Or is this a bark simply because she's bored and wants to get out of the crate? Which is why, for example, you're not supposed to, for puppies, make piss time playtime. Okay? For those of you who don't know, like when I take Kaya out, and this is a little bit difficult while I'm streaming, but when I take Kaya out to take a piss, I'm not letting her play around too much, because I don't want her to think like, oh, every time I bark, he's gonna let me outside and I can play with him and I can play by myself even if I want to. That's where you're supposed to just like let her out, let her piss, bring her back inside. Manipulating the dog, yes, it's called grooming, which is a basic component of like training your child, grooming your child, whichever way you want to put it. And it's the same as training your dog. This is a normal part of it. Don't behave like a conservative, okay? And look at like normal things such as schooling and make it seem like it's something nefarious and evil. Yeah. Saying dogs don't work on punishment systems is just silly. Dog-to-dog interactions have punishment systems. Parent dogs will scruff their puppies when they misbehave. Yeah. I literally fucking bark at her if she gets too out of hand. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now because she's sleeping and I don't want to wake her up. It's a normal part of like, you know, teaching a puppy. You do that. Because if she's not in a fucking litter with other dogs regularly, you sometimes need to do that. You just sometimes need to like recreate what a dog would do. Why you growl at her? When she gets too nippy and she thinks that she can like bite me or bite my mom, I have to keep her in check, because like you guys have to understand, this bitch is 24 pounds now, okay? At like 3 months. She is now officially hit 3 months. Like by the end of this week, she will be officially fully 3 months old. She's entering her 4th month of existence, and she's already fucking 24 pounds. Like, and she's gonna be a puppy for, you know, at least another year. You know what I mean? And during that process, she's gonna get really fucking big. If she has all of these bad habits that she continues with, you know, it's gonna actually be a problem. If you do not train your dog properly when she's a puppy, when they're more like in their more formative years, when it's like much easier to train them, by the way, they will be a much larger problem later down, and you know, when they're older. It's not good.